So in the next election, just vote Harris-Obama 2024 and eventually we'll get back around to you. And like I said, the last 60 years of voting blue no matter who, never mind all that, okay? Harris-Obama 2024 and, democracy is on the ballot. When it comes to conversations surrounding reparations for the descendants of American slavery, the excuses often used for not following through with paying the debt that's owed is that America can't afford it. The opponents of reparation will often allude to the nation's national debt already being too high, and therefore to pay reparations would be to crash the economy. Now, as we all know, this excuse is only reserved for the descendants of American slavery. America is currently pulling billions of dollars out of the sky as we speak to give to the Ukrainian government, yet nobody is talking about the national debt. And then we have New York City, not New York State, but New York City, who is preparing to pull $1 billion out of the sky to pay for the well-being of illegal immigrants. As detailed here in the CBS New York article titled, Mayor Eric Adams declares state of emergency over migrant crisis, says NYC on track to spend $1 billion. So budget or no budget, they are going to pull that $1 billion right out of the sky. Now, coming back to the topic of reparations, there are numerous ways that you can make reparations payments without actually calling it reparations. In the case of Holocaust survivors in the United States, the Obama administration issued out reparations to the tune of $12 million under the guise of helping the impoverished Holocaust survivors in the United States. Obama administration earmarks $12 million for Holocaust survivors. Funds to be distributed over 5 years. 1/4 of 130,000 U.S. victims of Nazi persecution lives under poverty line. The Obama administration has awarded $12 million for assistance to Holocaust survivors. The allocation from the Department of Health and Human Services to the Jewish Federation of North America to be distributed over 5 years as part of an initiative launched in late 2013 by Vice President Joe Biden to address the needs of survivors in the United States, 1/4 of whom live below the poverty line. Now, how many Black Americans live under the poverty line as a result of 100 years of political and economic violence by way of Jim Crow laws between the years of 1865 and 1965. Yet no exclusive payments for you, because when it comes to the descendants of American slavery, to assist them accordingly would be unconstitutional. Holocaust survivors, however, they can get whatever they want. Never mind the survivors of the Tulsa Race Massacre. Despite the fact that they're alive, you guys can figure it out for yourselves and battle it out in court. Now, there is a new method of issuing out payments to specific groups to cover past wrongs, and that's by way of universal basic income pilot programs.
San Francisco Mayor London Breed announced the launch of a new guaranteed income pilot program for the city's trans community.
And KRON4's Ella Sogomonian talked to local trans leaders. Ella, how are they reacting to this news?
Well, they tell me that it's been years in the making and that this money, particularly for this community, is so important because when you look at the numbers, trans people are disproportionately more likely to be impoverished, even in a state like California. The Guaranteed Income for Trans People, also known as GIFT, is a new program that will benefit 55 transgender people living in San Francisco for more than a year. Mayor London Breed has dedicated money from the general fund for the pilot program, spearheaded by Lion Martin Community Health Services and the Transgender District. Each person will get $1,200 per month to use as they please.
I'm just really thrilled that the city of San Francisco is investing in its trans residents, especially as a community that is extremely vulnerable.
In the last statewide U.S. trans survey in 2015, it was revealed that 33% of trans Californians were living in poverty compared to 12% of the general population. Honey Mahogany, who founded the San Francisco Transgender District, explains even in a place like the Bay Area, trans people face discrimination by employers, making it harder to get higher paying jobs. So many move to San Francisco. It's considered a safe haven, but the exorbitant cost of living makes it hard to keep up.
You know, it's really, really great to see the city moving forward on trans issues, especially right now with everything that's happening in the country. So things like this really make me proud to be a San Franciscan.
To qualify for GIFT, applicants have to be 18 and older, be a San Francisco resident, and make $600 or less per month. And along with the temporary income, recipients will be connected with a range of services, including mental health care and financial coaching. Applications will be accepted from November 15th through December 15th. In the newsroom, Ella Sigimonian, KRON 4 News.
Now, I just want to take a moment to read this article titled, San Francisco Launches Transgender Guaranteed Income Program for a little more context. Mayor London Breed announced the launch of a new guaranteed income program for San Francisco's trans community. The Guaranteed Income for Trans People program will provide low-income transgender San Franciscans with $1,200 a month for up to 18 months to help address financial insecurities with trans communities, Breed revealed Wednesday. Notice how they keep using poverty as the excuse to provide specific groups with cash payments, which is exclusively for said group. There is literally no other group that is more economically deprived than the descendants of American slavery. That is an irrefutable fact, yet nothing for you. The pilot program is the first guaranteed income initiative to focus solely on trans people and will provide regular, unconditional cash transfers to individuals or households who qualify, according to the mayor's office. This differs from other social safety net practices by providing a steady, predictable stream of cash to recipients to spend as they see fit without limitations. Now, there is a reason that I have unconditional cash transfers and without limitations highlighted in blue. Now, concerning the highlighted point which states without limitations, one of the main gotcha questions that opponents of reparations love asking is, well, if you get reparations, what are you going to do with the money? Now, if you don't have a well thought out, detailed answer that is the equivalent to a business plan, then somehow that becomes the reason why Black Americans shouldn't receive reparations. Now, concerning the point highlighted which states unconditional cash transfers, how many times have we heard that if you do get reparations, then Black Americans should have to enroll in economics classes and money management classes? Before receiving reparations, you should have to fulfill this 12-point program on economics and business. Do you see how all of these excuses are only reserved for the descendants of American slavery? Yet when it comes to everybody else, they're able to receive their money without conditions or limitations. And in closing, isn't it amazing how our Democratic Party buddies can always find a way to issue exclusive cash payments to literally every other group in this country except for the descendants of American slavery? Isn't it amazing how when it comes to you, all of a sudden, things aren't that simple anymore? And because of how complex your situation is, the only solution that they ever have for you is to vote Democrat in the next election. And if you keep doing this, then someday, some way, somehow, we'll be able to do something for you. Never mind the last 60 years that you've been voting blue no matter who. That's the past. And today's a new day. So in the next election, just vote Harris Obama 2024, and eventually we'll get back around to you. And like I said, the last 60 years of voting blue no matter who, never mind all that, okay? Harris Obama 2024, and democracy is on the ballot. And with all that being said, that does it for today's video. So please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. All social media links will be pinned in the comment section below. And also, please make sure you text tdhiphop to number 33222. That's tdhiphop to number 33222. That way you'll get a text notification whenever I release a new video, but it also serves as an insurance plan for myself. So in case YouTube ever gives me the axe, I'll be able to send you a direct link to where you can find me next. And last but certainly not least, for those of you who have a love and appreciation for the work that I put in on this channel, the #1 way you can show your support is through Patreon. For only $3 a month, that will help put me in position to take TD Hip Hop Media off of YouTube. Remember, the goal is not to grow big on YouTube, but to grow independent of YouTube. And for those of you who have issues with joining Patreon, you can also hit the join button that's next to the subscribe button, and that way you can become an official channel member for as little as $3 a month as well. And lastly, if you haven't already, please make sure you join the emailing list. There is no way that I can go independent of YouTube if I cannot take the audience with me. And the link to that will be pinned in the comment section as well. Thank you for your time, and until the next video, peace.